gentlemen, welcome back to the Exceptional Conservative Show live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. I am yours truly, the Exceptional One, Ken McClinton. Uh, Lots of things happening in our sister city, Baltimore, Maryland, including the fact that this beautiful young lady is running for the post of mayor of the city of Baltimore. None other than Shannon Wright. Shannon, it is a tremendous honor and pleasure to always have you on our program.
Well, I appreciate you.
Oh, uh, now I have to. First, I want to smooches Mary Brockman. Love you. So glad that you're here tonight. If you diss Mary, you diss me, you will be dismissed from the program. Just want to remind y'all. Okay, now um, there is a Mayor Young now in the
There is.
city of Baltimore, and he is part of the tet-a-tat corruption of old school Baltimore. He's had oversight over the city for a number of years, yet corruption prevails. Economic activity is demised, and housing is continually a crisis, although you have millions of empty homes in Baltimore. Gotta ask you, why or why not Mayor Young in 2020?
Well, why not is the answer, not the question. Um, why not is because Baltimore City is now the most dangerous city in the country for its size. Why not? Because when Mayor Pugh decided to finally resign, Jack Young's first action as mayor was to audit the last 90 contracts that the city signed off on, neglecting to remind people that don't bother to follow their civics lessons that he too signed off on each one of his contracts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why not, if you have a major metropolitan city, that you allow to fall prey to ransomware so that none of your city agencies can function, yet you still want to tax people, you still want to bill people, you still want to auction off properties based on bills they cannot pay due to no fault of their own, but because you can't manage your city.
Mm. Mm. Well, this is what a Mayor Young would retort back. It's not my job to run the city. It was my job to legislate. But now that I am,
So, wait, before you start. See, here's the thing. Now, I understand how the city charter is written. There's a comptroller that handles all the money stuff. There's the city council that handle all the district stuff in the districts of the city, and then there's the mayor. And the mayor sits at the top of that triangle because the mayor is supposed to make sure that everything is running correct on their watch.
mm-hmm.
And he fell asleep at the wheel. So for him to say it means something, see, you can't utter that phrase, that's not my job,
Ah.
when that job is the one you hold. Because what your job is to make sure everyone around you is doing their job so that the residents and the citizens of your city can be at peace. And there has not been peace in Baltimore in a long time. So there is nothing that is not his job.
Well, I can understand that, but at the time he was a legislature. I mean, a legislator. I mean, he can't do everything. The responsibility of making certain that the contracts were right and that there was no corruption, that's the mayor. It's the executive office. Is it his job to hold the executive accountable? Is that what you're saying?
So that might not have been the case, except for the fact that the Board of Estimates, which is the final financial arbiter for any kind of contract negotiation, is a triad, if you will. The
Mm-hmm.
mayor, the comptroller, and the city council president. But then again, you already know. So when you have one move from one part of the triangle to another, the ilk that was in the triangle is still there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem with Baltimore.
So literally,
So
we're just
I'm gonna
moving.
say
We're just moving seats on the Titanic at this point. It's the same people doing the same crap and getting the same result. Is that exactly what it is?
that's exactly what it is.
but wait a minute. The people of
Yes.
Baltimore have had this for 30 some odd years. They don't seem to be unhappy with it. It seems to be working, right?
Sure. So here's what I want you to know.
Okay.
It's not working.
Ah.
It's not going to work. But there is a way to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And that way to fix it starts on Friday, August 16th, 2019. At which point I will ask you to be in Baltimore and to encourage all of your listeners to be in Baltimore. And we are going to do an old school, old style march, which might just be from one side of the field to the other. And we're going to end at the base of the steps of City Hall. And we're going to call out Jack Young and the council members and ask them to be accountable and to be able to stand in front of the citizens of this city and say with all good conscience and all good faith that they believe they are doing right. But we know they can't do that, not in all good conscience.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're going to explain to them what doing right for the city of Baltimore looks like.
So this is August the 16th, and that's on a.
August the 16th.
Is that on
Friday?
Friday, August the 16th? At what time?
Yep. 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock in the afternoon. There will be a march down to City Hall, and you're going to hold accountable this particular new mayor. Now, this is what the new mayor has done over the past few weeks of being in office. I mean, he's expanded recreational services so that there wouldn't be any more crime. He's basically stated that he's going to review contracts. I mean, he's really trying, right?
You're really good at baiting people.
I am not baiting. Do I look like a kind of person that would bait you? Oh my.
Yes. So, although we're having a heat wave this summer, and there's definitely a safety need as well as a recreational need for air-conditioned facilities and swimming pools and all of those great community picture, feel-good opportunities, we also have some greater needs in the city that our current mayor has not been up to the task of meeting. And that is one, the ransomware issue in the city of Baltimore. The city of Baltimore had been warned for the last 4 years that their system was vulnerable. And the city did nothing. Had they repaired it then, had they prevented then, had they hardened the system then, it would have cost less than 1/3 of what this ransomware attack has cost.
Now,
Number one.
let me ask you in that regard, because I don't want to throw any shade on Mayor Young that he doesn't deserve, because it's really hot, and I just want to make certain that we're all on the same page together. Uh, what was his job over the past 4 years before he became the executive in chief of Baltimore? What was his
President of the city council?
president of the city? Oh, so he was unaware as president of the city council that there were some concerns regarding.
Listen here, you just need to stop.
Because I mean, it can happen. He was probably unaware of the fact that there were certain soft spots within the technology that was being used by all of the governmental agencies, and he certainly wouldn't want to negotiate with terrorists, as they are cyber terrorists themselves. So I can understand. He was unaware, and this slipped up on everybody, right? How much did this really cost Baltimore? what, 10, 15 million?
Well, the total that the last total I heard was 18 million.
18 million. 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a basketball player's salary. 18 million. That's a lot of money. Who's going to pay for that?
The taxpayers, of course.
Oh, so the taxpayers pay for the
So,
the taxpayers pay for the cybersecurity that was too weak to prevent hostile actions against it, and now they have to pay for that, right?
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So the taxpayers are paying for a lot of things in Baltimore City.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the ransomware issue. You've got the whole Mayor Pugh debacle. You've got contracts that have been signed in some very gray, kind of murky, kind of ethical, unethical kind of ways.
Mm-hmm.
You have, and before all of that, you still have the issue of policing and police crime. Now, I understand Republicans are big on the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the Second Amendment. I have a few examples of my belief in the Second Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are issues with regards to policing and policing of black men in the city of Baltimore. Now, there's two keys to this.
Yeah.
Number one, you got the parents that aren't teaching their kids, don't start men, won't be men.
Mm-hmm.
And aren't teaching them right from wrong. And I can only say that because having raised four, I know they understood the difference between right and wrong. Now, they didn't always choose to do right, but they understood what right looked like.
Yeah.
And a lot of these children, I'm not sure that they know what right looks like. That's one side. That's why you can't legislate.
Yeah.
But on the other side, we've got a police department that has just grown a culture of just incorrectness, just wrong, from the standpoint of their policies in policing black men, number one, their policies in participating in the crimes with these black men that they're
Mm-hmm.
policing,
Mm-hmm.
and beating on and killing these black men in some cases where these crime deals that they've been working on them with have gone awry.
Yeah.
So I understand the concept of saying, we need to stop crying racism, we need to stop saying this, we need to stop talking about this. But see, when you're in a city where you have criminal trials going on for murder, you have criminal trials going on for drugs, you have criminal trials going on for this, and then you have criminal trials of the police officers that are hired to stop the crime.
Yeah.
The whole gun task force thing. Now, that tells me that the seeds of corruption have been allowed to fester for far too long.
Now, I have to ask you, we have a story out of Baltimore. And tonight we're talking with none other than Shannon Wright, Baltimore mayoral candidate. Um, there's a story that the police commissioner, deputy police commissioner, was actually held at gunpoint with his wife and his goods, his wallet, and other goods stolen from him last week. It's always
Yes,
a question.
nice.
It is always a question if the city is safe enough for the citizens. I have to ask you tonight, Shannon, is the city of Baltimore safe enough for the police?
Well, apparently not. See, let me keep this real for a minute. Back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, there have always been pockets of organized crime in major urban areas.
Yeah.
In fact, there's been pockets of organized crime in suburban areas. But there used to be what was called a code. Okay? You didn't mess with women, you didn't mess with children, you didn't mess with the elderly, and you left the cops alone.
Yeah.
So now we're in a situation where either you're bold enough and brave enough that you know he's a policeman and you don't care, or you're dumb enough and you're stupid enough and have no code of ethics, even in the criminal crap that you're doing, that you can't tell the difference and you just doing whatever you're doing. We been allowed to go on for far too long.
Exactly.
Now, the other side of this is you want to crack down on crime, but you want to do it correctly. You want to make sure that your police force is beyond reproach. And right now, can't say that necessarily about Baltimore. There's been a ridiculously high turnover of police chiefs and commissioners. There's been a ridiculously high turnover of officers. Um, the situation, the system, the department is not set up for success.
Well,
That has to change.
well, this is what Mayor Young would tell you: is that I'm not in control of the police. That's your governor. Your Republican governor Hogan is in charge of the Baltimore police. Why hasn't things changed under his control?
See, now, that's the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever something's going right, we all did it in the city. We got control. And whenever something's going wrong, we didn't do it, they did it. I mean, let's stop and think about that for a minute.
Exactly.
That makes no doggone sense. Now, the reality of the situation is, when Baltimore City wants to change anything of any import, it has to get state approval.
Yes.
If Baltimore City wants to change the makeup of the Board of Education, it has to get state approval. If they want to change something in regards to their policies on policing, they have to get state approval. You know why? Because they proved that they couldn't do it their daggone selves. So
Ah.
the state has to step in to help them.
Mm-hmm. But do you think that
So
do you
now,
think do you think that argument is a weakness for your campaign? That you have a Republican governor and the Republican governor hasn't done anything to change the well-being
oh,
of
let me
this.
tell you something.
Okay.
No, no, mm-mm. And anybody that would want to tell me that needs to sit down and be quiet. Go
Mm-hmm.
read a book. Because I'm telling you, Baltimore has not had a Republican mayor in office since the year I was born.
Mm.
Literally, since the year I was born. Now, you got a completely Democratic council. You have Democrat mayor, controller, council president, all the districts, all that. The delegation to the state, all the state senators and state legislators, all Democrats, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the party of the black people. We're a black city.
Mm-hmm.
But if the leadership in the city and in the state representing the city is all black, why come we got all these issues? And I'm gonna tell
Mm.
you why. Because the folk in the city and that represent the city have not learned some very basic lessons. If
Mm-hmm.
you were growing up with siblings, your mom would tell you, y'all need to stop fighting, y'all need to get along.
Mm-hmm.
When you went to school, your mom and dad would tell you, don't start fighting. But if there's somebody starting, you can defend yourself. Don't start fighting. Keep your hands to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what in the blue blazes do you expect to happen when you have a Democratic city council, completely Democratic, a Democrat city council president, Democrat state senators, Democrat state legislators who want to mad stop and everything else about politics, about how it's all the Republicans' fault. And then got to turn around with their hand out saying, please, sir, can I have some more? Because whether you're Republicans or not, you better learn something. If you don't get nothing else from what I'm saying, you need to learn this. You don't have to like Republicans. But what you do have to like is your own self. And it is really rather short-sighted to cut off your own nose to spite your face. When you can't handle your business in your city, who do you run to? The Republican governor or the Republican president? Y'all better learn how to play.
They Shannon Wright, Baltimore's mayoral candidate, running. How can people get in contact with you? Not only about Friday, August the 16th at 3 o'clock, and I will be there. I will put it on my calendar. Thank you, little sis. Uh, you're good. You're good. But how can people get in contact with you regarding this race?
So you can reach me at wrightformaryland.com, or you can reach me at Wright for Baltimore on Facebook. Now, for all your listeners tonight, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to make it really kind of quick. I need all of your help to be able to change the culture and the climate in Baltimore City. This last little tricky move that the Baltimore City Council has done is they've decided that Baltimore City is going to um, participate in public finance for elections.
Mm.
Now, they already have all ill-gotten gains, but now they want to make sure that they can get more ill-gotten gains, and that we, as the Republicans, can't qualify. So, in order for this campaign to qualify for public finance, which equates to $1.7 million,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
I need to get 500 donors to my campaign willing to donate a maximum of $150 that equals a minimum of $40,000. Y'all get that?
Okay, so wait a minute. Do you need someone to just campaign contribute 40,000 to you, or do you need 500 people to contribute the $40,000?
I need 500 people
Okay.
to contribute no more than $150, totaling no less than $40,000 to qualify for public finance.
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that you
If
need.
that happens, 500 donors at a max of no more than $150 with at least $40,000 raised. Now, that has to be certified 90 days before the primary. The primary is in April, so that means I have till January. What
Mm-hmm.
that means for free till December. That needs to be happening now. So I'm going to ask for any of your listeners to go to writefrommaryland.com, and there are 2 links on that front page. There's one for a PayPal donation, and there's one for an Amazon donation. And
Mm-hmm.
whichever one you go to, hit reoccurring. And I'm asking everyone for the next 6 months to give $25. That's it.
So you don't need.
$25.
You're not asking for $150 from poor people around the country. We ain't got it. We're on our beach vacation. Ain't got
No, no, I'm asking for $25.
$25 a month is all you need for 6 months.
Yep.
$25 a month,
Yes.
6 months, and she can get the public financing in place. Well, after you get public financing, can you still get private financing for your campaign?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Will that be limited or?
No. Once you've met that threshold and criteria and qualified and it's been certified,
Yes.
those funds are yours.
All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we really need for you to go to Baltimore mayoral candidate Shannon Wright's page and just $25 a month. That's a night out at Denny's for you.
I
Uh,
mean, that's not even Starbucks for a week.
exactly. Actually, for a day now. I mean, just.
Pretty much.
But right for Baltimore, ladies and gentlemen, right for Baltimore, you need to go there. Just type in Shannon Wright, and some of you all are already friends on her Facebook page. And you can get more details. We're putting your Facebook page in there to be shared with everyone. And I'm quite certain that you're sharing the news with everybody there. But $25 a month. Now, I want to ask you real quick, since we've gone over, and forgive me for going over with you. Um, Cherie Murray, who voted for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is running as a Republican against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and she's getting her pockets lined uh, toot sweetly because she is a black immigrant who is running against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Um, do you think it's fair that her campaign gets support of this particular magnitude when she's not proven that she's as conservative as you?
Wow, that's a difficult question. I don't know that. See, honestly, fair in politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let that marinate for a minute. I don't know that there is anything fair in politics.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I believe that somebody needs to run against the same woman, AOC? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think that, of course, it speaks volumes to the narrative that it is a black immigrant Republican woman? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it says a whole lot. Now,
Yeah.
whether she's got conservative bona fides or not, that remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
That honestly remains to be seen. I'm aware that there's been some flip-flop in terms of she claimed that she voted for President Obama and at one point supported AOC. But I can tell you this, from the area where she's from in New York, Republican is just it might be neck and neck for as difficult and challenging as it is in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So there are times when you will not have a Republican candidate, much less a conservative candidate. And that you literally do have to pick the lesser of two or three evils.
Wow. Wow.
So,
but in Baltimore,
I know that.
In Baltimore, if they pick you, it's not because you're evil, it's because you are divine. How about that?
I like that.
There you go. Shannon Wright, ladies and gentlemen, we got to go away with a commercial. God bless you. Hang in there. We'll be right back.